Okay, chef, you ready for some of these?
Indeed.
I know what you're thinking.
I like the fact when you click on a link to TikTok, it shows you the video before, and you were watching hippos eat pumpkins.
Busted. Okay, straight in.
Yes, it does. Start by putting...
Love it. Fried chicken, buttermilk seasoning.
Then we're gonna deep fry it at 350 until it's golden brown and hit.
Yeah, lovely bit of fried chicken. Can't beat it.
Brioche bun with some vanilla ice cream and hot
Vanilla
This
ice
is where
cream.
I'm not sure. It would benefit from something creamy like mayonnaise, something fatty and creamy. But vanilla ice cream?
You get the hot cold. I can see logically how it could work.
You're already getting sweet from the brioche bun.
And from the hot honey.
And the
What's on
hot
it?
honey. Do you really need sweet vanilla ice cream as well? Hot, cold, interesting. Christine Haar in Houston we met, she was talking about the importance of texture and temperatures in a
Yes.
dish. The difference of
So
hot and cold together.
You've got all the textures there. You have got creamy, smooth ice cream.
And you've got something that plays to all of the tastes and senses.
But you think it might be...
That's ridiculous. It's so unnecessary.
Great! I think we're going to try it. Oh, how wonderful. We just need to construct. Okay, I've got an info card. This is the hot honey chicken ice cream sandwich from First We Feast. Fried chicken is being increasingly combined with dessert items. The interplay between the savoury, crunchy and occasionally spicy attributes of fried chicken and the sweetness, creaminess and chilly quality of ice cream. Chili is in with a Y, not as in a spice.
Okay.
Cold.
The chili ice cream with the chili sauce.
Yeah, can result in a distinctive and gratifying flavour enhancer. Yeah, TikTok and like just wider social media is so funny, isn't it? Because people are given the freedom with phones and videos to just play and experiment.
play
and I do love that.
And it is the extreme of everything. What I personally love in a fried chicken sandwich is the offset with some crisp, cold, fresh lettuce, tomato, and
Like a
just
pickle
mayo
or something.
or some pickle, something that cuts through. All we have here is sugar and fat.
Yeah.
With a chunk of protein, but it's sugar and fat, it's sugar and enriched dough, and it's fat, and it's everything to the extreme. Should we try it?
Yeah, let's try it. Oh, baby. This is going to be such a mess.
And I think it is that squeeze that kind of sells it to the internet on TikTok when you see that shot, because the ice cream begins to ooze and melt. You've definitely got all the textures. I don't think you've got flavour balance. I think it's all just sugar and fat, but cheers.
Cheers.
That's a hard pass from me.
Don't like it.
No.
I kind of get it, but I think you can achieve what it's doing. I tell you what I do like. I do love the crunchy chicken, and I do love the really cold ice cream.
The hot and cold thing's
Like,
fun.
that's amazing.
The hot and cold thing is fun. And before now, we've had a play with vanilla in savoury places, like a vanilla dressing.
That is what works, the vanilla.
With like tomato salads and stuff. Vanilla with fish, really good.
Pumpkin okay.
The vanilla and spice is not terrible. It's just all too much.
It's really sweet.
That's hot.
That is spicy, isn't it?
Really hot.
As a normal, I can actually draw some stuff from. In terms of the cold, vanilla definitely with savoury food.
Sometimes, but I'm not sure fried. I think
No,
the vanilla
you-
needs to be fresh. It's like a steamed fish or a tomato salad. It's
Yeah.
the freshness, not the fried. I think save your money, save your time. Don't bother with this one.
Yeah, I'm finding it difficult to back it, honestly.
If I had to spend more money on more food, I'd buy more pumpkins and feed them to more hippos.
Yeah, fair enough. You know I love a fried chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
I don't feel this has taken it to any sort of elevated level, even though I kind of really wanted it to. I guess with all these things, it's that instantaneous ability to watch something fascinating, featuring a whole load of things that you're familiar that haven't perhaps been combined before, and going, oh, I wonder what that looks like. We're actually getting an opportunity to not only see what it looks like, but what it tastes like. And a lot of the time, the two don't marry up, do they?
There's always a drive for sensationalism, like something that hasn't been done before, the extreme. And you're right, there's a familiarity about this. It just shouldn't be done.
As with all of these, we're probably going to go through a lot of fodder, but there might be one that may look nuts on paper, but actually works in some
Has some
dimensions.
merit.
I'm not sure it's this one.
What I would say though is we shouldn't stop exploring and experimenting with food. And what I would say is maybe try it, because it's easy enough to get hold of a fried chicken sandwich with vanilla ice cream. What I would say is definitely don't put this in this, because that's now ruined the whole thing. But if you want to try it, have a little spoon of ice cream and a little mouthful of that, see what you think, and then decide for yourself.
That is...
Unfortunately, that's now ruined, in my opinion. And it is a humble one at that.
That is the hot honey ice cream chicken sandwich critiqued.
Right, another one.
The only way to eat Greg's sausage rolls is to use them instead of bread in a toasted sandwich. Get yourself 4 sausage rolls from Greggy's and flatten them out as much as you can without them falling apart. Top that with some properly tasty cheddar. If you don't like Marmite, leave the Marmite out, but you shouldn't leave the Marmite out. Sausage rolls that you've also flattened out and glued together, then spread on some more maho.
It's a sausage roll grilled cheese.
Look how good this looks, though. I'm telling you, you're never
I quite like this guy.
Again. Bread is dead, long live the saucy roll witch. Call me when you've made this, love you.
First off, quite a good video. I quite like him, and I like his
great.
approach.
He's a funny guy.
Here we go again. Food to excess.
Oh no.
I like a sausage roll. I like a cheese toastie.
Combine the two, on paper, this is your ideal meal, mate.
Marmite is the umami that kind of brings back to give it a bit of like depth, and then he served it with HP sauce. I'm on board with that. In theory, if you had a quarter of it, i.e. a sausage roll,
Yeah.
I'm here for it. This is from the Recipe Club.
So 93.4 thousand likes.
2,500 comments, mixed reviews in the comments, a lot loving it, others terrified by the prospect. I can't decide which side of the fence I sit yet, but I like the fact that there's also Miriam in the comments, a Greg's employee, who is now terrified of selling these in case it happens again.
Very nice.
I'm on her side.
Oh, and we have one to try as well.
Oh my word.
And God bless Kush, he has made them identically for us.
Well, you say that. I would say better, because I think the Recipe Club, what it was made and cut instantly. It was gooey and cheesy and quite greasy. What Kush has done is made it and then pressed it like a terrine, so you can cut it cold and then reheat.
You're such a chef.
But also, and they're nice and warm, a smaller portion. It's got the Marmite, it's got the cheese, and a combination, we've been told, of pucker and ginsters.
Oh,
sausage
wow.
roll, so it's a double. And all of a sudden, I'm quite excited to eat this.
Are you going with a squeeze of...
No lime, but we've also got every sauce under the sun, from mustard and ketchup to chutneys, hot sauces like buffalo sauce, all sorts.
I am staggered that you're excited to try
I
this.
actually am.
This is great.
This is like pork pie meets sausage roll meets Scotch egg. I reckon
fantastic.
this is great with a little bit of like a mustard sauce, but like a Branston pickle or an HP sauce. And this is a bar snack that I would happily serve at the Sorted Pub.
This is amazing. You get that ever so slight tang of Marmite,
Yeah.
which kind of makes it,
I mean, it's
actually.
really greasy, because obviously sausage roll is already puff pastry, which is full of butter. Then you've added cheese. Then you've added mayonnaise.
Try it with chutney. Try it with the chutters. That's amazing. I mean, I'd only want to have, no, I'd want to have more, but I only should have one square of this.
What's happened with the pastry, by being covered in mayonnaise and then pressed, yes, it goes a really dark, crisp golden brown, but it's also flaky still. So whilst they look incredibly dense, they're actually quite light to eat.
Portion control is probably something that I should have at the forefront of my mind when eating this, but that is an elevated sausage roll. There's no denying it.
No, I didn't expect to like this as much as I do. But if you think about so many of our snacks, from just like pork scratchings to Scotch eggs to pork pies, they are incredibly fatty. It's a lardy, fatty pastry or buttery pastry. It's full of sausage meat, which is fatty. This has got cheese in it as well. You wouldn't want many, but the ones you have, you will really enjoy.
Yeah,
And I love
absolutely.
that.
If you had a big dish and just put those in a pile in the middle and brought that out, you know, to guests, and then told them, oh, by the way, this is basically a grilled cheese sausage roll sandwich, I think you get a standing ovation.
Having left the ice cream hot honey fried chicken sandwich to one side, I am so tempted to go back for a second. But there's only 5 left, and I know everyone else wants to try some.
This is why I love this.
That shouldn't work.
I love
but
this.
It's so good.
Because watching you go from this onto this little character arc.
What is a sausage roll meets grilled cheese sandwich with Marmite portmanteaus? Like, how are you putting those words together into something that rolls off the tongue and sits on a menu?
Comment below. So taking into consideration the journey we've been, are you excited or dreading this next one?
So far, 50-50. I've loved one, I've hated one.
Okay,
Both are strong words. I stand behind them both.
here we go. Watermelon, grilled.
Tasty edit, I like it. Ooh, I like chamoy. Like a watermelon pizza that's then charred and cut and chomped. Hats off to him. I only had to watch that once, get every single bit of information I needed. It was like a recipe in less than 15 seconds.
So the watermelon pizza, combining cheese and grilled watermelon, which was popularised by Nigella in a recipe she published over 20 years ago, but it's taken it a step further with other toppings.
Yes, I am 100% with the idea that some fruits and cheese work really well, right? So it's like stone fruit.
Yep.
Apricots, peaches,
Yeah.
apples and pears work really nicely. Grapes obviously work really nicely.
There's no stone in a
They
watermelon.
pair really well. Tropical fruits with cheese, I have more of a struggle with, which is why I don't particularly like pineapple on a pizza. Because the melted cheese and pineapple, I don't really like.
You don't like
cheese and pineapple on a stick from the 70s, I don't really get. It's the tropical fruit and cheese that, for me, doesn't work. I don't know where watermelon sits in the fruit spectrum, but there's only one way to find out.
What have you done?
See, this I'm on board with.
I'm not on board with that.
This is a pizza shape, by that I mean circular, of charred watermelon with cheese and toppings. But the
don't know
cheese
about
is
this one.
burrata, it's cold. This one's got cured meat, like a Parma ham,
California walnuts on it.
Californian walnuts,
Now I
rocket,
love.
and balsamic. I'm going straight in, that looks
I don't want to eat
epic.
that one. I'm not ready for it.
Yet again, if we ever had a sorted pub, it's the kind of thing I can almost see on the menu.
You can't run a pub and then tell everyone that all the ideas for the menu came from TikTok.
That is exactly what the sorted pub would be. Social media food things made better. Cheers.
Cheers.
See, I know that all these flavours are going to work. Nope. It's impossible to eat.
The burrata, and the watermelon is a combo from the heavens.
It's a good watermelon. It's got that peppery rocket. It's got the texture of walnut, the acidity of balsamic, the fresh, fruity watermelon.
I actually appreciate the sweetness of the balsamic as well. You need it.
Seasonal fruit, like charred peaches in a salad with the other same ingredients, yummy. And suddenly a charred watermelon works in just the same way. Is it anything like the molten cheese and pepperami mess that we saw on like stringy pulled cheese kind
I
of?
think that's the reason it's popular on TikTok. Again, because of things that we've spoken about earlier, the fascination that, oh, I'm familiar, oh, that looks mad. I do feel like Kush has taken that, seen it and gone, do you know what, I'm going to add my chefiness to that, and this is what we could end up with. I'm worried about this. Can I remove the head? Because
Yeah, we would need the head. More fiddly to eat this one for sure.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Wow, that's fantastic.
I don't know if you could still call it a pizza at this point. It's a slice of watermelon salad, and therefore you can mix up the ingredients. I think both are great. I think this is my preferred option. I'm not sure I would want a slice of stringy, molten pepperoni, mozzarella vibes.
But if you replace that base for a pizza base, that's pizza.
So it's a watermelon pizza.
So it is a water, or is
It's
it?
just not hot.
I know. I wonder how many actual people have recreated that.
I'm sure, as is the nature of the algorithm, once you've watched one watermelon pizza video, you'll be fed a few more.
Would you ever make it yourself? That's the thing. Or is it just a viewing thing? It's I want to watch weird and wonderful
Yeah,
stuff.
I'm not sure anyone would. I don't know. I would make this.
Yeah.
And I would put several slices on a big platter or one per plate as a little starter for like a dinner party thing.
Next
and
to your grilled cheese sausage rolls.
next to my grilled cheese sausage rolls. I'm on board. I like the concept. I don't want to sit here on a high horse, but I think we did it better.
Can't argue. Final one. Will he be angry? Will he be happy?
Oh,
Toasty.
it's like
waffle
crispy
light.
sushi rice.
Oh yeah, it's like okonomiyaki style.
Well, but like baked rather than fried. It reminds me of the thing we did for Fleur years ago, the fried sushi burger. Except
Yeah.
we fried it. It's like a healthier version.
We did buns, didn't we? Fried rice buns. Victoria Manel on TikTok. It's all about playing with textures. Familiar with soft and sticky sushi rice, often garnished with crunchy additions to achieve that texture. But what if We took the core ingredients and adjusted them with modern methods to add alternative textures. So this is inspired by the Japanese okoji, the scorched rice that can occur at the bottom of a pot when rice is cooked on a stove and can sometimes be presented with similar toppings to sushi fillings. So it's basically that, toasted sushi rice, so you know it's going to be seasoned, sticky, but
flipping the texture to be on the bottom
crispy,
or on the top.
I'm
and using a waffle line.
I'm buzzing for this. Boys are making this. We're making
That's the cue card I like.
Oh, toasted rice. This is no doubt going to taste fantastic.
The breakfast cereal for King's Rice Krispies. I'm not sure what we're going to get out of this. The reason being, there's no raising agent in this, as there would be in a waffle batter. You pour it in, you put it down, it rises to fill in all the other holes. When you clamp, sometimes you turn it over to fill, but the batter will rise and expand to fill the space. This won't, so when we turn it out, we'll probably have one good side and one less good side.
We could flip it, couldn't we?
We'll flip it on the plate, yeah.
Yeah. Oh! Now, full disclosure, to get the colour, that's been in for how long?
Quite a while, because
20 minutes?
First of all, we had to take a lot of moisture out before we could go crispy. It is now crispy in places, still not as much colour as I'd like, but I think any more and we would completely dry it out and it'd be inedible.
Victoria, or Tory, we think used like a stroopwafel iron.
Yeah, a lot more contact with the rice, but it's still crispy. It's golden in places, got this wonderful marinated tuna.
We don't have any avocado, so we've got some wasabi mayo, we've got our sriracha, and we've got this sticky soy glaze.
Do you know what this needs, Mike?
Our sesame grinder from yesterday.
Ah, there we go.
Yeah, there you go.
Sesame seeds to finish.
Lovely jubbly.
Yum, yum, yum.
Well, we're assuming yum.
Well, you can't go wrong with those ingredients. Cheers.
Oh, you can hear the crunch.
Again, nicely seasoned rice, the crispy pop of it in your mouth, and then you chew through a little bit of tuna.
Yeah, but the rice has a crisp, but it's chewy. It's a fantastic texture. It was kind of what I was hoping for, but I didn't realise it.
What I would personally say is, out of all the ones we've done today, I don't think our attempt was actually as good as the TikTok one.
Definitely
I think a lot
not.
of them we've done, we've either not liked or we've elevated and we've liked better. I actually think the original TikTok was better. But what it continues to prove is that waffle irons offer so much more than just waffles. We did an entire chapter in Can't Be Arsed with Rules that was like, stop sticking to the rule that waffle irons are only for waffles. There's so much more you can do in one, and this is a good example. Yummy, yummy, yum. Wasabi, spice, tuna, sesame, crispy sushi rice. The sushi waffle is great. I'm so here for it. We just need to perfect our version.
Well, you've heard it straight from the hippo's mouth. If you want to watch our other TikTok video reviews, you can check them out here. And make sure you join us tomorrow, where our next video is our Christmas dinners around the world review, part of our one a day up until Christmas Day video releases. So if you want to stay on top of that, make sure you are subscribed and notified with your bell.
With your bell. What an
You know
advent.
what I mean.
Sure. A Christmas bell.